Everyone, this is Connor with Honor, First Responder Realtor, here with your daily real estate update. And today's Thursday. That means we're going to give you a dive into Newhall, one of the greatest cities here in Santa Clarita Valley, actually the first and foremost back in the day. For more updates throughout the week, be sure to visit SantaClaritaOpenHouses.com, where I cover each of the Santa Clarita cities on its own designated day. So today, let's take a closer look at what's happening in the Newhall residential real estate market. This is going to include condos, townhomes, single-family residences, 1 to 4 units, everything residential, and of course, attached and detached properties. So currently, Newhall does have a mix of condos, townhomes, and SFRs, or single-family residences, on the market, ranging in price from around $299,000 for a cozy condo to over $1.9 million for a large single-family residence. Here's what we're seeing in today's active inventory. Inventory for condos, entry-level pricing for condos is averaging around $350,000 to $450,000. Most condos on the market were built between 1960 and 1990, and we're seeing higher price per square foot values due to the limited inventory and, of course, their affordability factor. Single-family homes in Newhall, prices start around $600,000 and go up to nearly $2 million, with many built in mid-20th century, often renovated to include modern amenities. Just pay attention when you're looking at these properties, thereby doing your inspections. Make sure the inspectors understand the properties and the age of them. Average square footage in this category is around 1,500 to 3,000 square feet. Over the past 120 days, with regard to condos and townhomes recent sales, many condos in the $300,000 to $600,000 range did sell quickly, often within 30 to 60 days. This does reflect strong demand in that well-priced, move-in ready condos. They're definitely getting picked up fast. For single-family homes, we see those sales prices for those varied widely based on the features and square footage, with some selling for as much as $1.9 million. Homes with larger lot sizes and premium finishes are definitely capturing higher value. Now, if you're looking to buy in Newhall, here are a few things to keep in mind. For condominiums, you're going to want to act a little faster than the larger single-family residences at that higher price point. Condos in Newhall are moving quickly. If you find one that meets your needs, make sure you're ready to submit an offer with competitive terms, and of course consider that pre-approval, which is really, really important. In fact, you should be pre-approved before even looking at the first home. Really, really valuable. And that, of course, does speed up the process, because then you're not waiting for a lender, a worthy, all that research that's necessary to truly get you pre-approved, not just a telephone approval. Know your financing options, because the market here does accept a wide variety of loans. We see conventional being accepted, FHA, VA, even, of course, cash. For first-time buyers and those looking to make a smaller down payment, the FHA loan's a solid choice. That's 3.5% down. And for veterans, VA loans might give you the advantage in terms of affordability, because that's really a zero down product, just depending on how it's structured, depending on your lender. So for veterans out there, just watch out for being gamed, and you can get further verification whether or not you're being gamed. Give me a buzz. I'll be able to give you that rundown. Now, as far as property age goes, that's a big consideration. Many homes in Newhall are from the 1960s through the 1980s, so you're going to want to check for recent updates in electrical, plumbing, and roofing. It's always good to verify these during the inspection process. But even before, if you go into a property and they have some funky, older, outdated wiring and electrical, that could run all the way through the residence, and it could be a really big cost factor to take care of. And of course, if you're selling, I'll give you a couple strategies and how to attract those best offers. You definitely want to highlight whatever renovations you've done. Whenever I go into a listing appointment, we talk about focal point with regard to the listing, and then from there, we're able to break down what the sellers have done over time to improve their residence. And a lot of the times I'm sitting with sellers that have lived there for 30, 40, in some cases 50 years in the same residence. So some have done a lot, and some are kind of like my parents, didn't really do all unless it really needed attending to. So those are two different facets to look for. With these renovations, of course, buyers are often looking for homes with character, but they also have the modern amenities. So they like that dated house, but they also like it to be upgraded in all ways. If you've recently updated your kitchen, bathrooms, or flooring, be sure to highlight these upgrades in your listing to attract a higher number of interested buyers. Now, number two, the point that I want to make is competitive pricing for the fast sales. Now, properties that are well priced tend to sell within a month. You can look at recent sales to price your home competitively, especially if you want to sell quickly. For homes that have been on the market for over 60 days, it's worth considering a price adjustment to re-engage the interest. The question is how much? That's going to be between you and your agent, but you're going to want to look at what properties have come on the market since your listing time frame and also review the activity that you've had up to this point. Now, if you see those homes that have gone over 60 days, looking at that price adjustment's appropriate. I would also venture to say 30 days might be a better time to really discuss that price reduction. Flexible financing terms. Now, if possible, being open to various types like FHA and VA loans can expand your pool of potential buyers, especially in a diverse area like Newhall. Condos, townhomes might not have the ability to go VA or FHA. It's going to depend on the complex and what they have in place as far as their financials and also the occupancy factor. How many of those properties are actually occupied by actual property owners and how many are rentals? That does cut into the ability of FHA or VA being able to finance. There are ways to find out if a complex is able to go with that particular loan type as a real estate buyer. I did put that in my book, but there are online systems to do it. Sometimes they're difficult to use and cumbersome, so just fall back on your lender and ask them, hey, I'm thinking about making an offer with my agent at this property. Or if it's me that's representing you, then I'll already make that call and ask them, hey, is this thing FHA or VA approved? And if not, is there a way to get some kind of a spot approval, which could actually alleviate it and make it work out? Now, this wraps up our Newhall update. Be sure to check out the other city-specific updates throughout the week. Mondays, we cover Valencia. Tuesdays, Stevenson Ranch. Wednesdays, we feature Saugus. Thursdays bring us to Newhall. Friday, we highlight Canyon Country. Saturdays are all about Castaic. And of course, Sundays, I bring you that overview of the entire Santa Clarita real estate market. And of course, if you're looking to buy or sell in Newhall, anywhere in Santa Clarita, make sure you check out SantaClaritaOpenHouses.com. And don't forget to check out my new book, The Santa Clarita Real Estate Guide 2025. If you have the fancy Kindle membership, it's yours free. And if not, there's also a paperback version. Also, you can get it on Kindle. It's available on Kindle and in paperback, covering everything you need to know about buying and selling here in Santa Clarita, at least dated for 2025. There's a lot of dynamics to real estate. The book's intention by me was to give folks questions to ask that they might not normally consider. So you wanting to sell a property or buy a property, the book should be a good catalyst to have you, that's interesting. Maybe I should follow up on that. Maybe I should ask my agent about this, or maybe my lender, or even the home inspector. I mean, really, how important is it for you to be present? And what about closing? What happens prior to the move-in when you have that walkthrough? What is it you're supposed to be looking for, and what's the purpose of that whole thing? So I cover all of that plus more, talk about loans and lending, lending statements that give you how much you're actually going to borrow and what that borrowing costs you, and how to negotiate different types of contracts, of course, and the best way to make offers and the best way to get your home sold. I'm Connor with Honor. We'll see you tomorrow. What is tomorrow? Tomorrow's Friday, so that's going to be Newhall. It's going to be Canyon Country's update tomorrow. So we'll talk about what's happened in Canyon Country, what's sold, what's on the market, and feel free. What I did is I made sure that SantaClaritaOpenHouses.com is completely an unlocked system, so you can go there and you can see every single property that happens to be for sale currently within the multiple listing service, so you'll see all of them. There is no gauge or trick. It's just very simple right there. Punch in the city name, even Granada Hills, Sylmar, anything in Los Angeles as well. I have quite a big reach. If I have enough fuel, I'll be able to take care of you. I'm Connor. We'll talk to you soon. Be well. Connor with Honor. Over and out.